If you are watching this, it may not be an accident, because there are moments in life when a person doesn't search for motivation. They search for survival. Maybe you are tired, not just physically, but deep inside your mind. Tired of overthinking, tired of pretending you are okay, tired of waking up and feeling nothing. And somewhere in your heart, the question keeps repeating, does anyone even see me anymore? Not just people, but God. And today, this message is for that exact question. Because this is not just a video. This is a reminder that even in silence, even in darkness, even when you feel completely alone, you are not forgotten by God. Depression is not always crying. Sometimes it is smiling in front of others and breaking inside when nobody's watching. Sometimes it is lying on your bed and feeling like even lifting your phone is too much. You don't even know how to explain it, because nothing big happened. But everything still feels broken. You start losing interest in things you once loved. Music feels empty. Friends feel distant. Life feels like it is moving. But you are stuck. And the worst part, you can't even explain it properly, so you stay silent. But silence becomes your prison. And inside that silence, a thought slowly grows. Maybe I don't matter. But listen carefully. That thought is not truth. That thought is pain talking, not reality. Depression has a way of making small feelings sound like permanent truths. But feelings are not facts. And your pain is real, but so is your value. There is one thought depression tries to plant deeper than all others. Even God has left me. When prayers feel unanswered, when nights feel longer, when nothing changes, it starts to feel like heaven is silent. But silence is not absence. Just because you cannot feel God does not mean He is not there. Think about this. A seed buried in soil looks dead. No movement, no light, no sign of life. But inside the ground, something is happening. Roots are forming. Growth is happening in darkness before it ever shows in light. Your life is not abandoned. It is not finished. It is not forgotten. It may simply be in a hidden season, and hidden does not mean ignored. Sometimes God is closest when you feel nothing at all. Because faith is not about feelings. It is about trust in the unseen. Depression does something very dangerous. It changes the way you talk to yourself. It turns your thoughts against you. You start hearing things like, you are not good enough. You are a burden. You are behind everyone. Nothing will ever change. And because you hear it so often, you start believing it. But listen carefully. Your thoughts are not always your truth. Your mind can lie when it is wounded. Just like a broken mirror does not show a real reflection, a hurting mind does not always show reality. You are not your thoughts. You are not your worst day. You are not your lowest moment. You are a person in pain, not a person without purpose. Even now, as you are listening, something inside you is still fighting. That small part of you that didn't give up. That part that is still here. That is hope. And hope means you're not finished. There is a story many people forget. Even strong believers go through silence. There are moments in life where you pray, and nothing seems to change. You ask for help, and heaven feels quiet. But silence is not rejection. Sometimes silence is protection. Sometimes it is preparation. Sometimes it is God holding you through something you cannot yet understand. Because if everything changed instantly, you would never discover the strength growing inside you. You think you are alone. But what if you are being carried in ways you cannot see? Even when your mind says, I am alone. There is another truth deeper than that thought. You are being held, not because life is easy, but because you are not walking it alone. Depression tells you nothing matters, but life does not need big reasons to continue. Sometimes survival begins with small reasons. One more sunrise, one more meal, one more conversation, one more day. You do not have to fix everything today. You just have to stay. Because even the smallest step forward is still movement. And movement means you're not stuck forever. There is a version of you that still exists ahead of this pain. A version of you that laughs again, that sleeps peacefully again, that feels life again. But you will never meet that version if you stop here. If you could hear one voice right now, beyond your thoughts, beyond your fears, imagine this is what you hear, my child. I have not left you. I see every tear you never showed anyone. I know the nights you stayed awake in silence. I know the weight you are carrying. But I did not create you to stay in this place forever. You are not forgotten. You are not rejected. You are not invisible. You are loved beyond what you can understand right now. And even now, I am still working in your life. Do not give up in the middle of what I am still writing. If you take only one thing from this video, let it be this. You are still here, and as long as you are here, your story is not over. Depression will try to convince you otherwise, but it does not have the final word. Your life still has chapters you have not seen yet. Brighter ones, healed ones, peaceful ones. So for today, you don't need to solve everything. You don't need to understand everything. Just hold on. Because even in this moment, you are not forgotten by God, and you never were.